What's going on, guys? It's Rick NSX coming at you from DCS. Today we are starting a brand new campaign series called Operation Reforger, the Iron Heel. So we are going to be jumping into that very shortly. Before we do that, I want to encourage you guys to go ahead and hit that like and subscribe button. Hit the notification bell so that you know when I post new content. It's going to be a little sporadic potentially, but make sure you hit that notification bell and you'll be notified every time I post something. And yeah, let's jump right in. The year is 1990. Russia is doing everything it can to prevent the reunification of East and West Germany. Russia, however, is losing its influence as a grain shortage and political unrest occur internally. The Stennis Carrier Group is on station in the Black Sea to support efforts to cripple Russia and force them back to the bargaining table. First stop on station is carrier landing requalifications. We have a straightforward launch and recovery op. 3 takeoffs, 3 landings. We'll see how this goes. Let's get qualified and back on the deck so we can prepare for this tour.
On the flight deck, cruiser manning up for the 1630 launch. Temperature is 86 degrees, altimeter is 3002. Time for all necessary personnel to clear the flight deck and the catwalks. All flight deck personnel get the proper flight deck uniform. Helmets on and buckled, goggles down, sleeves rolled down, flow coat securely fastened. Check yourself for loose gear and FOD. Check chocks, tie downs, and all loose gear about the deck. Check all rotor clearances and prop arms. Start all the go aircraft. Start them up.
Okay, ground crew signaled ready to taxi. Our lineup is Cat 2. We'll wait until Cats 1 and 3 have launched. I like these new guys, by the way. What are their names? Hawkeye, Spiceman, Shotgun, and that mouthy dude, Vapor. Yeah. Anyway, check your TACAN is set to 74 X-ray. Don't forget to reset your master caution when the wings are swept. Also, let me know if you want me to set the data link to the Stennis or not. Once airborne, we'll fly our DME-7, then join the pattern above the ship. They are recovering a couple flights ahead of us. It might be a while till we get to Charlie, so make sure you conserve fuel. Ideally, we want to make all 3 traps without refueling. After the first trap, we'll go straight for the pattern. Means just like in the bolter. Leave the gears and flaps down, climb 600 and go straight for the downwind. Once we've hit DME-7, I'll let you handle the comms. We're usually zip-lip as always, but CAG wants to evaluate radio comms for both pilots and NFOs. So you'll have the honors today. Trap 1 will be with radio comms by the pilot, since the CAG evaluated us yesterday. Trap 2 and 3 will be zip-lip, not even LSO. So just watch the traffic, fly the pattern, fly the ball. We'll simulate MCON. I'm ready to taxi when you are. Let's line up on Cat 2 and get going. There's another crew waiting to switch hot after us.
Alright, so let's go ahead and get lined up on Cat 2 and get connected, and then we will get underway. So the first cat launch is going to be straight out. It'll be a typical launch, 7 miles out. We will flip a U-turn basically to the left. We'll come back, we'll get in to sequence, we'll get into holding pattern, and then we will wait for Charlie, at which point we will be cleared to land. So the second and third launches we are going to treat like a bolster. So we will launch, we'll hang a left, we will 600 feet, watch for traffic. We are radio silent, so we will just track all the way in, land twice, and then we'll be done. So we are just about set to go. He's waving me forward into the bar, and then we will launch. So yeah, here we go. Alright, he's given us the spool the engine signal, so let's get them spooled. We're going to wave goodbye to the deck crew, and we're going to get ready to get thrown off of this thing. Here we go.
Good launch. Gears up. 225, Flaps up. Let's keep it below 500 feet and around 350 knots until we hit 7 nautical miles. We'll come left to enter the pattern then. We're briefed for 2,000 feet.
Alright, so we got gear up, flaps up. We're headed 7 miles out, stay under 500 feet, 350 knots-ish. At which point we'll take a left-hand turn, climb to 2,000, rejoin the holding pattern, and go from there.
Let's make a left turn and enter the holding pattern at 2,000 feet. When ready, contact CAT CC. Remember, CAG wants to hear clear and good pilot comms.
Alright, left-hand turn, up to 2,000, grab the holding pattern, check in with the ship, wait for Charlie. Once we have Charlie, we will just get inbound and put it on the deck and go for seconds. Alright, so we are at 2,150 feet. We are on course back to the ship. We are checking in now. We will put ourselves in the holding pattern. Case 1 recovery as expected. Visibility's a long way right now. And so at that point we will wait for Tower to give us Charlie. And we will enter the landing pattern.
101. 101. See you at 10.
Update state switched out.
101. State 6.7.
Alright, so we are abeam of the ship, about 8 miles out. We are going to hit a left-hand hold pattern here. So we'll just enter the pattern at the 2,000 feet. We're going to try to hold that. We're not going to try to accelerate or decelerate. We're just going to stay here and get comfortable. We are going to wait for Charlie. As you heard the Rio in the beginning, could be a minute. We've got a lot of airplanes landing. Doing their requals, so it could be a little while. We're going to conserve fuel. We're not going to go crazy. Maybe we'll get Charlie early though, and then if that happens, we'll just enter the landing pattern and get on the deck and then get our second attempt underway. as you can see off to the left there, we've got the carrier group. So we got lots of traffic today, lots of airplanes, everybody doing their requals. We can start our missions tomorrow, actually. So just kind of flying this hold pattern. Fairly straightforward, just a easy left-hand bank out and over the carrier and then back around, and we'll just wait for Charlie. Like I said, it's a beautiful day. We no rush, no hurry. That's 4:30, so we got plenty of time before the sun goes down. And yeah, so thanks for hanging out with me while we fly this.
Tower 101. Overhead Angels 2. State 6.3.
Alright, so we've got the overhead check-in. We're actually flying over the carrier now, at which point we'll break left into a big circle, basically, waiting for Charlie, and we'll go from there. Alright, so there we go. We got Sigma Charlie. We are gonna cut a sharper circle. We were in kind of a big orbit, so we'll cut this a little tighter. To get back to the ship, we will fly alongside it, drop down to 800 feet, drop over into the downwind, at which point we'll be at 600 feet, and we should be ready for landing. So we should be configured for landing as we make that downwind. We will cut back and we will get on the ship. Alright, so we are passing the ship on the left. We've got the speed brakes up. We are going to go ahead and put the flaps down and get configured for landing. So we get the flaps down. Then we've got the landing gear coming down. Pulled back a little hard there. We are going to enter this pattern. We're supposed to be at 800 feet, 600 feet when we finish this turn, basically. Give a little more power. We're slowing down a little bit. and we've got the DLC up as well, so we're at 50% right now. Once we get established, once we get ready to land, we'll put the DLC all the way up, and we will get ready to land. So, all right, landing attempt 1. If you were with me through the Operation Cage the Bear, that campaign that we ran, you'll know that this is my least favorite part of flying, basically. And so taking off's easy, doing the missions is complicated, depending on the mission, is very difficult. Landing is the thing I like least, so put that into perspective. So, alright, we are just beyond beam, and so we are gonna, I think we're configured for landing. We are gonna go ahead and cut left, and we are gonna put this thing on the deck, so stick with me. I'll call it out this time, like I said, or like the Rio said, first time around. We are full comms. They are evaluating the pilots, quote unquote. So I'll call Tomcat Ball when I can, and then we will get on the deck. The next two we'll talk about when we get there. Alright, so we are basically lined up with the carrier deck. Getting ready to call the ball.
You're a little low. 101. Tomcat Ball.
Alright, we've got the ball. We're a little right. Cut it back. We probably should wave. I cannot believe I managed to snag a wire.
Okay, we collected some
So
points
that's
there.
not really
One
how I
down,
was supposed
2 more
to
go.
do it.
I think fuel wire. Okay, let's line up on Cat 1 and go for the second round.
Alright, so not really how it was supposed to be done.
Remember, after the launch, we'll proceed like during a bolter, straight for the downwind and groove. Make sure to check if someone's in the brake or about to brake. If so, wait with the launch and then simply get behind them in the pattern. Ready when you are.
So, on a carrier landing, you're not supposed to flare it, basically. You're supposed to come down and put the arresting hook onto a cable. That one was almost a flared landing because I was getting ready to bolter. So, kind of got lucky there. So, let's get lined up. So, we've got the crew of the ship getting ready. We need to lower the nose to get the launch bar down. And then, yeah, we will get set and we will take off. So while we wait, this is actually the screens that they use while the LSO officer, the landing officer, uses to guide airplanes in to make sure they're in position in the right spots. So that's kind of neat just to look at that. So all right, we are being waved forward. We are in the shuttle. So as long as everything checks out, and everybody gets out of our way, we are going to launch for capture number 2. And so looks like there's 2 jets, but we are clear from this perspective anyway. So he's signaling to throttle up. We're going to take off. This is basically going to be a bolter return to the ship. So we're going to take off, hang a left immediately, no 7 miles, get reconfigured for landing, and then be back on the deck. So that's the theory anyway. So here we go. We are off the deck. Gear and flaps stay down.
Good launch again. Remember, we leave the gears and flaps down. Climb direct 600 feet and turn for the downwind. Don't forget that trap 2 and 3 are supposed to be performed zip lift, simulating MCON conditions. Watch the traffic, get in behind them, and fly the ball. No LSO calls.
Alright, so we are flying Ziplip. We're going to get in behind this traffic. And once we get established, there won't be any communications. We're not going to be talking about anything. We're just going to get in line, put it on the deck as quiet and quickly as possible, lift the hook, go back to Cat 1, do it again, and then we will be done. Alright, so right there to the left you can see traffic. They are headed to the Cat as well. So we will go ahead and make our left hand a little further down than they are, which will give them time to get in, lift the hook, and get out of our way. So we should be good to go. Roughly 30 seconds between the two landings, maybe a little less, a little more, depending on speed and whatnot. So we are going to go ahead and line up. By the time we get lined up and onto the deck, they should have already moved, so we should be good to go. We'll just have to make sure that we keep an eye on them. If for some reason it doesn't look like they're gonna pick up their hook and get out of the way, we will just we'll just do a flyover instead of trying to land, obviously. So we'll do a flyover. We'll get that out of the way. So looks like they are getting ready to get on the deck. I think we're gonna be good. There's a guy to my left. Looks like he's gonna wave. He's gonna fly in. I don't guess I saw him. I saw his wingman originally, so we'll just overfly the ship. So as you can see, we were kind of on the same path, same timing, which would have put me on the deck after his wingman. It's a little bit difficult when LSO and the tower are not calling out ops, so no big deal. Well, like I said, he's going to land. I'm going to go ahead and flip this U-turn. We will get re-lined up to land, and then we will get down on the deck, at which point we will pick up the hook, go to Cat 1, and take off for the third time for our third landing. And then hopefully, if that's successful, we will have requalified, and we will go grab dinner and get ready for the missions ahead. Alright, so let's go ahead and get lined up. We have flown past probably the point we should have been U-turning. So let's go ahead and get lined up with the deck. Hopefully this is a good pass. If it's not, I'm going to straight blame that guy's wingman for getting in my way, because I think I was perfectly set up, unless I land perfectly this time, at which point last landing was a little questionable, and I flew over of my own accord, you know. So let's get set up. Let's just put it on the deck. Let's do this thing. Alright, so we're swinging around. Here's the carrier deck, or here's the carrier, not necessarily the deck. I feel like we are in a pretty good spot. Actually, probably even better than the first landing. Well, obviously better than the first landing, since we were supposed to wave off, or should have waved off. So we're in a much better spot this time. I feel like this is on point. So here we go. I've got the ball. I think we can make this work. Boom. All right.
That one seemed better to me. One more to go. One wire. Up to you. If you want to grab some fuel, else let's line up on Cat 1 and finish the last round. The next crew will be switching hot after that. Ready when you are. Let's make this one count.
Alright, so I think I'm going to forego fuel. I don't think we need it at the moment. Let's go ahead and line up on Cat 1. Oh, you can see the elevators down there, probably putting planes away. So let's go ahead and line up on Cat 1. We'll get ready. And then we will throw ourselves off the deck. We'll make basically a circle pattern. Same thing we did last time without the interference from another air wing. Or duo, basically. So we will get lined up. We will get attached to the launch shuttle. We'll get thrown off the deck. Make a circular pattern. We'll get back on the deck, and then we will hop out of the canopy and leave it running because there's somebody else that needs to qual, and we'll be done. That'll be that. Man, that's a pretty airplane. It is just a shame that that thing is no longer in service. Here you see the deck, the flight ops deck on the carrier. We're the only one getting ready to take off. Alright, so we're being waved forward, so we'll hook up to the shuttle. We get the holdback bar attached, hooked up to the shuttle now. We've got a guy to the left of the airplane. He's going to step away, I assume. There we go. And we're being asked to rev the engines. So we will get those spooled. Wave goodbye for the third time. Here we go.
Good launch. Same as before. Gears and flaps down, direct to 600 feet and into the downwind. Remember to watch for traffic and remain zip-lip.
Alright, here we go. Third time around the ship. So we got a good launch. We've got DLC up. We've got gear and flaps down because we were already on the deck and we didn't lift them. We got hooked down. So we are configured for landing. All we got to do is make one trip around this circuit, get it on the deck, and we're done. So I appreciate everybody hanging out with me as I have played through the carrier requalifications. I appreciate that they started me off this way in this campaign, just to, I don't know, mess with me. The hardest campaign mission. It's probably supposed to be the easiest. So things have gone well so far, no big deal. So we're breaking to the carrier now. So we're going to get lined up. We are hopefully going to put it on the deck for the third and final time. We'll leave it running for the next group. And that'll be that. Let's see how this goes. Alright, so you can see the carrier. That beeping means we're a little low. I mean, it doesn't mean we're low, it just means we're at 400 feet, which I know to be low from this distance. So we are going to get lined up. There we go. Yeah, you can see on the left there on the folds, we are a little low. That's okay. And we are a little left, so we're going to brake right just a touch. Trying to bring that folds back to even. Alright, so little left to line up with the deck. Here we go. Oh, this is looking pretty. Here we go. We're on the deck.
Okay, that's it. Let's taxi to the reservoir, switch with the next crew. Well done, I guess. Tomorrow we'll resume regular flight ops. I hope you're looking forward to some nice and long bar cabs. Anyway, let's head for the ready room and we'll see how we did. Remember to leave the engines on. We switch hot. Also, tonight is casino night. Last chance to detent a bit. From tomorrow on, it will get really, really busy.
Alright, you heard the man. Tonight is casino night as kind of a last fun night before this mission, this campaign really gets underway in terms of flight ops and things like that, so it's going to get busy. So we will hot swap the seats with the other crew, and we are going to head down, grab some chow, do casino night, and have some fun before we start the real work tomorrow. Alright, so the only number that matters here is the result. We've got a 100, which means we managed to get it on the deck all 3 times, and we have completed Mission 1. So, yay for us. Okay, so that's going to do it for us in this first campaign mission of the Operation Reforger. So I appreciate you guys hanging out with me. I really do. I'm looking forward to this campaign. Looking forward to filming and editing this for you guys. So if you'll do me a favor, make sure to hit that like and subscribe button. Can't stress that enough. I appreciate it. Helps me to know that you guys appreciate the creations that are coming out. And then hit that notification bell so that you know when I'm posting new content. Get excited about that, and I love to see you guys watching it as well. So hit the like, subscribe, notification bell. I think those are all the reminders. So this has been Rick NSX. We've had a lot of fun. I've enjoyed being with you guys, and so I will see you next time. Thanks for watching.